man in charge of the finances, the cabinet treasury, that we're in the red. We're struggling to pay salaries. Mind you, we were just talking about increasing the wage bill to include more chief administrative secretaries. What's your evaluation of the economic policies as you react to what the CS said, the economic policies that are in place?
First, let me apologize to all students for being compared to MPs. I must insist that the MP's behavior is much lower than that of students. Because there is no student that is in charge of the laws of the school, in charge of the dining hall, in charge of the curriculum of the entire school, who would demonstrate. There is no one who has power who demonstrates.
But let me ask you, in an ideal scenario, what would these MPs do?
Let's remember one thing. The budget making process is owned by Parliament constitutionally.
True.
The budget is not an executive document 100%. This Parliament has decided to throw childlike tantrums over childlike issues. Because when we look at the pain of this country, is NGCDF the most important thing? If we were to say there is a reason to shut down Parliament, is it NGCDF? Which the courts have declared unconstitutional, not once, not twice. No. Is that the most important thing in the country? No. Are they demonstrating about flash floods? No. Are they demonstrating about the cost of fuel? No. They are concerned about their ability to go home and use CDF as a campaign tool. That's the only thing they're concerned about. And when they're meeting the minister, 1 year plus into the Kenya Kwanza administration, half a year through this new taxation regime, and the CS is saying they are unable to raise the right amount of money. Why are they not asking the question that perhaps you need to change how you are taxing people? Because that's a logical thing. If you've been digging a hole and you realize you're not hitting gold, perhaps stop digging that hole. It's childlike sense that our parliamentarians lack. And that is why we will continue to be in this quagmire. The issue is this. We have a mentality in this country that when we are in leadership, we bulldoze our ideas, whether they are good or bad, in the expectation that Kenyans will accept and move on. Unfortunately, it is easy to accept and move on when our stomachs are full. When they are empty, it is very hard to forget. My friend, anyone who's ever slept hungry here, tell me whether you forgot that day. You will never forget. What this country needs to do and needs to do post haste, we need to have an economic dialogue. It is okay to say that you want better taxation. That is fine. You want fairer taxation. That is fine. But that taxation must not be at the cost of livelihoods. We are losing 192 formal jobs a day. 192 formal jobs.
That's according to
Kenya Federation of Employers 2 days ago. 192. 70,000 already lost. Okay? Businesses are shutting down. People are being sent home from work. People cannot afford to eat. That is not a premise upon which you can build. We need to take a retake, okay? And decide that yes, we have debts we need to pay. Yes, we need to move this country forward. But is there a better way we can do it? And that is not going to come from Parliament. I am sorry. I have written off all 500 plus of them. They can go home and this country will not miss them one bit. In fact, they should go home. There'll be less traffic in Nairobi.
Well, they're wondering, I'm sure parliamentarians are wondering what they did to you.
And there'll be more security in the villages because all these policemen they hang around with will be in the village.
So their role of oversight.
What are they overseeing?
Okay.
No, me by the way, I don't have beef with the presidency at all. Parliament, all of them go home. But if they go home, this country will run exactly the same. So why do we need them?
Osido, you're a stickler for governance matters. So when you hear such, and I know this is a question that will come on later, because as Prof mentioned, the COB facing a couple of issues, and we just got to learn about them, despite Parliament being a body that vetted her suitability for that particular office. Certain things